I've just recovered. It's been just long enough that I've recovered from the roller coaster match that was Pakistan versus South Africa, the first ODI in Centurion Super Sport Park. Oh my gosh. First of all, thank you everyone who joined the stream. I really appreciate it. It was a fantastic stream. I mean, I think everyone who has not seen a full Pakistan match or doesn't quite understand what it's like to be a Pakistan fan, i.e., all the Indian fans who have such a fantastic team, especially now, my subscribers will now understand, if they watch me on the stream, what it's like to be a Pakistan fan. You have these highs up here, got these lows down here. And do we want to make a win easy? No, 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 no. Why do that? That's silly. We don't want to do that. As a Pakistan fan, I already know this, but I get surprised every time. It's like, you keep on making the same mistake over and over again. And you're just like, oh, it's not going to happen again, but it does. My mistake is I keep on expecting Pakistan, once they've built that fantastic platform, and they look so good, and it looks like they're just going to cruise it. I'm expecting, you know what? I actually might not have a heart attack watching this. Next thing you know, collapse. Right, let's go straight into this. So Pakistan won by 3 wickets. As you can tell, it was a dramatic match, to say the least. Probably didn't need to be, but I guess that's the excitement in watching Pakistan. South Africa definitely played their part as well. And overall, a very good win for Pakistan, considering they're away from home and facing a full strength South Africa side. So big up Pakistan. Okay, South Africa, they actually batted first. Pakistan elected to field, so they put in South Africa. Aidan Markram, Quinton de Kock came out, and at first, they looked a little bit tentative, and they started getting going. And a couple of fantastic strokes from Quinton de Kock and Aidan Markram, a couple of sixes apiece, 3 fours apiece. But guess who came up with the goods? He came up with a bit of tap, Shaheen Afridi, but he came back with a bang and picked up both wickets. First of all, it was Quinton de Kock who tried to go over the top and could only chip it straight to mid-off. And then there was Aidan Markram, who had been trying to work it into the leg side for some reason. I don't know why, because he played a couple of fantastic drives down the ground and also through the covers, like unbelievable timing. But he tried to work one into the leg side off Shaheen Afridi, stuck into the pitch. It seemed like the pitch was stopping slightly on a length, and he just chipped it again, straight to the man at mid-on. Right. After that, Temba Bavuma came in, the new captain at number 3. Mohamed Hasnain got him, and it was a very tame dismissal, to say the least. It was short and wide, and he uppercut it straight to the man at third. Man, 43 for 3 after 8 overs, and South Africa at this point are reeling, to be honest with you. You're just thinking, you know what? Pakistan are in. They're in it. They're in it to win it. Klaasen in with Van der Dussen, and you're just thinking, and I'm thinking to myself, if we can get another wicket here, and Pakistan delivered. It was this time it was Faheem Ashraf and picked up the wicket of Heinrich Klaasen. A catch from Mohammed Rizwan behind the stumps as well. He went for 1 or 21, just really stuck at the crease. And then it was just absolute blitz of epic proportions. Van der Dussen, Van der Dussen, and also David Miller put on this incredible partnership. Like, props to them, seriously. 116, I think it was, off only 21 overs. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. And they steadied the ship. I mean, look, these guys were 55 for 4. So to rebuild like that was really impressive. And Van der Dussen went on. He was actually not out. We dropped him, though. We dropped him. I think it was actually when he was on 0, but it was a very hard drop. It was Asif Ali diving to his right. It was off Shaheen Afridi, going across him. And it was just one of those ones. It was tough. He was diving and got 2 hands to it, I know, but it was a tough catch. I'll let him off. But it will go down as a drop. And obviously, he went on to make Pakistan pay. before we go on to him, because he was so good, David Miller looked really good in fantastic nick. 50 of 56 for him. And Feliqueo, 29 of 35 for him. Sorry if I sound a bit bunged up, by the way. Hay fever season, need to get sorted. He's for Rabada, 13 of 10 as well. Nice little knock from him at the end. But the star, and Van der Dussen, and I'll say this. There's a crop of guys coming through, right, for different countries who haven't played a whole lot of cricket for their countries. And they've just broken into like all three formats or two formats. But when I first saw them play, I just thought these guys are proper players and they can play all three. Van der Dussen was one. What was his name? Conway was another. Devon Conway. And who else? It was Hasaranga. Looks a proper player, all-rounder. I mean, so sometimes, especially with batsmen, you can tell. Suryakumar Yadav for India, another player. I think he could play all three formats pretty comfortably. Now, Van der Dussen is one of these players. He really is. He looked very good in the test matches. He looked good in the test matches. Some tweaks needed, but he looked good. On top of that, he's looked good in some of the T20s. Now, here he scored a magnificent, I'm not joking. This was a masterclass. 123 from 134. He started off super slow. He ended up getting up to a 90 strike rate. And I have to say, it was a beautiful knock. It really was. 10 fours, 2 sixes. And he's someone who, how can you not like watching him bat? He's just beautiful to watch bat. Beautiful human being. And I'll stop being weird. On the bowling front, obviously, Shaheen Afridi picking up those 2 wickets. A bit more expensive than he probably would have liked. 6.1 economy. Haris Rolfe, as usual, pretty expensive, 7.2 economy, but he did pick up 2 wickets towards the end. David Miller, pretty important one. Feliqueo as well. Mohammad Hasnain looked good. Only 1 wicket, but economy of 5.2. And Faheem Ashraf, he always looks tidy. 2.78 economy, 1 wicket, and he looked really good. And Shadab Khan Aziz did their job. Went for less than 6 and over. Right, Pakistan was set. Now this is where this is where it gets interesting. This is where it gets juicy. Pakistan need to chase 274. And I'm thinking to myself, as a Pakistan fan, this might be tough. I wouldn't be surprised if we lose this. And you know, if we lose it, fair enough. They might bowl well. You might collapse. That's life, right? That's life. I'm just thinking that's just the way it is. As a Pakistan fan, I've got to be honest with myself and say, look, we're not in England. I'm not going to back us every time. Right. What happened? We got absolutely... I mean, the start, let's say, was less than... It was a typical Pakistan start. Fakhar Zaman hits a 4 and gets out. Chops on from Rabada. And I'm just thinking to myself, we're 9 for 1 of 2.4 overs. And I'm thinking, this is a nightmare. We're, I think, 8 overs in, and the run rate is 1.96. Babar Azam and Imam Ul Haq are literally hanging on by a thread. They're hanging on by a thread. They are struggling massively. And then it just flicks. And it's actually someone who you'll be surprised that it was, because you look at his figures and you wouldn't expect it to be him. But he was the catalyst, and it was Nortje. He was the catalyst for the runs starting to flow. Babar Azam took him on. Now you might think, why the heck is Babar Azam taking him on? It's because Rabada and Ngidi, they bowled so well early doors, so well. Nortje, we know he's got pace, we know he's got the X factor, but I guess early doors he wasn't as effective. I think his economy was something like 5. I think it was like 5.6, 5.8, and then the second spell it was something along the lines of 2.5, something ridiculous like that. Anyways, Babar Azam just took a liking to him and just thought, okay, you know what? That's actually a pretty good delivery. It's back of a length, and it's on that 4-stump line. But you know what? That's probably a bit too width for me. Too much width even for me. I can put that away. Just leans on it, on the up, punching it through cover point. A couple of unbelievable shots. I'm not joking. And I know I'm a Babar Azam fanboy, but you know what? I'm a Van der Dussen fanboy, and both these players looked incredible. But Bob, I mean, it has to be, and I've seen so many people say it, so I'm happy to agree because I think it's the truth. Babar Azam's driving through the offside is one of the best things to watch in cricket. I'm not saying it's the best, but I tell you what, it's bloody well up there, that's for sure. 103 of 104 for him, and we'll go on to him in more detail. But this partnership between him and Imam Ul Haq, exemplary. Absolutely exemplary. 177 from 29 overs. I tell you what, it was very un-Pakistan like. Let's just say it that. Imam Ul Haq, 70 of 80 for him. At one point, he was actually going at a 95 strike rate. Yes, the boundaries pale in comparison to Babar Azam, but he rotates the strike, I think, better than I've seen him in the past. That impressed me. And I think Imam Ul Haq and Babar Azam are perfect fours for each other. 3 fours and 1 6 for Imam Ul Haq. And the lefty right hand combination, I think, definitely works for sure. And they're the pillars to Pakistan's ODI team. And that's just a fact. They put us in a fantastic position until Babar Azam, he was on 99. He flicked Nortje into the leg side, I think it was, for 4. Fantastic boundary. Gets his 100 up. He's on 103. He celebrates in fashion. He's so happy with himself. Next ball, nicks off. Oh, mate. I love Babar Azam, but it's almost like he got to his 100 and he just switched off for a second. And I was like, why? Why? He got out in the 31st over. I'm not joking. I reckon if he batted the whole overs, he was on for 200. That sounds so optimistic. But you know what? I reckon he could have done it. He's got gears. I reckon he could have done it. That's how well he was playing. I don't think he even got to his top gear. He was going through the gears. He just looked so good. He just looked so good. 103 off 104 for him, 17 fours. He had to go, and it was disappointing. But I just thought to myself, that's okay. We're all right. Imam Ul Haq's in. He'll be sensible. What does he do? 2 overs later, he tries to flick. Sorry, I think he was actually. It wasn't a flick. It was a pull. Tries to pull again. It's my man Nortje. Second spell gets him. Gets Imam Ul Haq. And I'm just thinking to myself, okay, the collapse is on. And you know what? Pakistan didn't disappoint. Danish Aziz, 2 overs later, went. That was, to be fair, a good ball. It was a shorter ball, and it reared up on Danish Aziz. The only thing I'd say is, why is he not leaving that on length? You can easily leave that on length. He didn't go to pull it. He went to, like, fended it. And I'm just thinking to myself, I know he's quick, Nortje. But you can see that. Just get out of the way. It's almost like he was beating for pace, maybe, and it was coming across him as a lefty, and he just kind of nicked it behind, feathered it behind. Fine. He's pretty new as well to the team. I'll let him off. But Asif Ali, now I'm sorry, this is a shocker of a shot. And I'm just thinking to myself, what are you doing? He's just gifted, absolutely gifted Nortje a wicket here. It's short, and he tries to pull him for 6 straight to deep square leg. I'm thinking to myself, hold on, am I watching a different game? Like, am I watching a different game? I mean, has he completely forgotten that we've just lost 3 wickets in quick succession? And he's just thought to himself, oh, it's fine if we lose 4. We're Pakistan. It doesn't matter if we lose 4. We'll win the match. We'll be fine. I'm thinking, no. What are you doing? What are you doing? And this is why he shouldn't be in the team. Seems like a really nice guy. Not a Pakistan player for me. I'm going to be harsh, but it's going to be. But you know what? I'm not going to be. It's not about being harsh. I'm going to be truthful. He's not a Pakistan player in my eyes. Just not quite good enough. And this again proved why I don't think he should be in the side. Anyways, moving on. Then it was a rebuild between Mohammad Rizwan and Shadab Khan. They put on a very good partnership, to be fair. 53-run partnership. And you know what? It just looked like they were going to see us home. And I was like, yes. Heart attack averted. I think we needed, it was in the last 10, we need to go a runnable. So 60 off 60. And I'm thinking, these guys can do it. We're going to do it. Am I? No, I was saying on the stream, I don't know. I said, I don't know. And You know what the subscribers were saying to me? What are you talking about, Fazan? They can easily do this. It'll be easy. I'm thinking, have you watched Pakistan before? I don't think you have. I don't think you have. It's not going to be easy, 100%. And guess what? It wasn't, because in the 47th over, Muhammad Rizwan, I love him. I genuinely love him as a player. One of my favorite players. I don't know what he was doing though. I genuinely do not know what he was doing. Goes for a big shot for no reason. And he's gone. Okay, Shadab is in with Faheem Ashraf. Now, Shadab is batting pretty well here, by the way. He actually pulls Rabada for 4 and for 6 in the same over. I'm thinking to myself, this is big. Right, he gets us into position, a fantastic position. 3 needed off the last 6 balls. 3 off the last over, easy. What does he do with the first ball? He tries to extra. Oh my god, he tries to hit. Who is it? Oh my god, forgotten his name. He tries to hit Felakoya for 6 over extra cover. What are you doing? Why? Why? If you're going to do that, at least try and hit it on the floor. You only need 4. 4's fine. In fact, we don't even need 4. You need 3. Just hit single, hit 2. Don't do that. And then we proceed. Just dot ball, single, dot ball, single. And we need 1 of the last ball. I'm about to have hard stack. But Faheem Ashraf hits it through the inner ring for 4. He's my hero. I'm so glad he did it. And as you can tell, I'm very aggravated. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you very much, guys. Pakistan are 1 love in the series. Please remember to like this video and subscribe. Thank you very much, and I'll see you on the next video.